Guess are we gonna? I don't know what to do because it's already started. Anyway,
hi guys.
Yeah, hi guys. Polygon Forest here. We're just gonna dive straight into the Nintendo Direct, and we're gonna do some quick reaction videos. So, thanks for joining us.
Hello,
and here we go.
I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi, and I'll be your guide as well.
The Nintendo Switch system is now in its 5th year, and many people around the world are playing games on it.
Only
Nintendo
5
Switch
years.
Is being enjoyed by a
Yeah, that
wide
is.
range of players.
Feels like it should be
spanning all
longer,
ages
right?
And
Yeah.
all levels of gaming experience. Thank you all very much. We've been able to offer a wide variety of games on the system, not just from Nintendo, but also from our many development and publishing partners.
Uh-oh.
I
Game
hope
Pass
that
straight
each
away?
of you watching this Nintendo Direct will be able to find a game that suits your personal tastes.
Today, we have news on upcoming Nintendo Switch games, and we'll be focusing on a
Games.
selection of games releasing this year. We hope
No,
you enjoy.
maybe we're not getting that then, Vin.
So no hardware
Okay,
either, maybe.
To begin,
So
please
no,
take a look
no
at
Only
Switch
said
Pro.
games. Yeah.
So games,
Maybe it'll be a surprise.
maybe. But Nintendo are pretty straightforward in that respect, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
So that's gonna be interesting. What if it's just games and nothing else? Is everyone gonna get upset? I guess they will.
Well,
Depends on the games. If they're gonna be like,
If there's no Breath of the Wild 2,
Yeah.
the internet's gonna explode, I think. No Switch
I
Pro.
think that is going to be their main game either way, but no Switch Pro is sort of a blow.
Hmm.
yeah. I mean, Breath of the
Tekken.
Wild, what, 2? It's probably. Maybe.
Smash
Probably.
Brothers.
Smash Brothers with a new character, like Crash Bandicoot or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm guessing there's still a big community for this kind of
Yeah, it's
game.
huge. It's kind of nuts how many people are still playing this game.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I haven't played anything. I haven't played a game like this since, like, when there was like arcades.
Yeah.
That's sort of what it's throwing it back to, isn't it?
Yeah.
The 3D, I'm getting like surround sound on this video, which I don't think I've had in the previous showcases. Which is interesting. Nice little touch from Nintendo. Ultimate.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like, if you don't play Smash, then you just, this sort of flies right over your head every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the trailer's cute.
Hmm.
It's just throwing people off cliffs, though. It's kind of dark. Just
Everybody
cracks
likes-
balls off.
Okay, that was funny.
It would have been funny if it like pushed him off the cliff.
Yeah,
Hello.
that would have been
I'm
funny.
Masahiro Sakurai from Sora Limited and the director of the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game. Kazuya Mishima from the fighting game series Tekken will join the battle. Surprise! I'll go over the details at a later date, so please
Just
sit
an
tight.
awkward translation.
For today, though,
Yeah.
Surprise!
short video
Surprise!
to showcase
Pause.
Kazuya's moves in
Yeah,
Super
we
Smash
already.
Bros.
Sorry,
Ultimate.
dude.
Please take a look.
Yeah. Your surprise has been surprised.
Curious if there was like a big sort of community of people that are just like, yeah, we need Tekken characters in Smash.
There will be. Yeah.
This doesn't
Any
even
Venn
look,
diagram.
This doesn't even look like Smash Brothers, though.
I was thinking that.
Looks
Looks like Tekken now.
Yeah.
It looks
so
like a
it's
Tekken game, yeah.
So is it actually Smash Brothers? Can you
Yeah.
like actually kick them out of the room, or is it just in this
Well,
room?
this is them going through all the movesets because Smash is so, like, I don't know, they can get quite elitist in that respect, so they need to.
So they'll be
so they can
critical of
plan
what's
out
going
and
on.
people can like write them down and try and figure out their new tactics and all that sort of stuff.
With 10-hit combo.
Cool, I guess.
This feels like Tekken.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's
it
Super
kinda
Smash
does.
Brothers Ultimate. I'll talk about the fighter more in a future presentation. We still have to record it first, actually. The air date is shown below. Please stay tuned.
Thank you, Mr. Sakurai. New fighter Kazuya will join the fight in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
My audio is lagging behind a little.
Yeah. Or
Please
is
look
it just the
forward to
video?
seeing how Kazuya, who has experienced many harsh battles across the Tekken series, will fight in this game. All right,
Mine's
let's
okay.
continue with our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines.
Yeah, the audio's lagging behind.
Your choices matter in these emotional, supernatural tales.
Don't really know what to do about it, but maybe it'll fix itself. Life is Strange again.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't know it was anime
It wasn't. I guess they're making
It is
something
now.
remastered.
Oh, okay.
This is just showing that it's cross-platform.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's got a lot of airtime, really, this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably got a huge fan base, I guess. It must do. I mean,
Yeah.
I've never played it. I'm not really into these sort of games, but it's good for the fans, I guess.
Life is Strange True Colors launches on Nintendo Switch September 10th. And Life is Strange Remastered Collection comes to Nintendo Switch later this year.
Lots of ports.
I mean,
Very
it's
Nintendo.
Something for everyone on the Nintendo Switch system. You
What?
are Star-Lord, leading a legendary
So this
band of
game
heroes
can get on the
empire in
Switch?
this thrilling action-adventure
I will
game.
be
Jump on a wild ride across
downgraded
the
to hell, I'm
cosmos.
guessing.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, the quality. Like, we were already talking about yesterday about the frame rate and, like, the
Yeah.
quality during, like,
What we
battles
saw.
and stuff. Like, so
Yeah.
if it's ported to Switch, like,
Although this,
Marvel's Guardians of
I
the
don't know.
Galaxy blasts
That doesn't
on
really look like
Nintendo
Switch.
October 26th.
I was going to say,
Worms everywhere.
does that mean that...
This real-time arena-based
How good's
Switch
the...
Pro.
Yeah? Yeah?
No, probably not.
Play in daily challenges, battle modes, and seasonal events.
Maybe
to
they just
learn your way
optimized
through
it that
the
much, you know.
ranks. Plus, the Patchwork Bear outfit exclusive to the Nintendo Switch version.
Like you
Or
said,
it
the
means-
Switch has been out 5 years, so they've probably gotten used to the architecture by now.
Or it means what we saw is what we're getting, and it's, you know, cross-gen between, you know,
Yeah.
last-gen regular consoles and the Switch.
Right.
And it's just a okay-looking game.
The fantastical realm of Orcanon awaits. As you explore this fully hand-painted world, you'll customize a team of demigods and unleash devastating attacks and captivating turn-based combat. Astria Ascending launches on Nintendo Switch September 30th. Return to the funny, charming, and
another
quirky
four.
world
We've seen all of
Two-Point
this,
County.
you know? Like, there's a lot of this we've already seen.
You'll build and run your very
my
own
only,
university
like,
the
want
way
for
you
this
want it.
entire
Lots of creative
conference
tools
for
are at your disposal
Nintendo is
to make
just
the school yours and
one
take
new
your
IP.
educational empire to
One.
the next
Yeah, good luck with that.
I know.
That's why I was hoping for, like, a new Mario IP.
Yeah.
Like, because that's all you can hope
Yeah,
for.
yeah. Even if it's like one of their already used
A beloved series
IPs,
rolls into
it,
its
just
20th
one new
anniversary this year.
concept of some
Katamari?
sort.
It's Katamari, is it? It's Katamari?
I'd take a new Katamari
Oh,
game.
no, it's Monkey Ball.
Space Monkey.
PS2 called, once its game's back. 2002.
That needs to be a meme. You need to put that on Twitter quick.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same game, you know?
But it's remastered, Vin.
I mean, this is my problem with Nintendo. Like, when they do their showcase, unfortunately, like, the majority of it is either ports or remasters.
Yeah.
And you get the occasional remake, but for the most part, it's stuff we've seen before or even played before many times.
Yeah, but all the Nintendo fans are gonna be happy about it, so
Yeah.
it's, I guess they're getting what they want.
It's a
So.
blast from parties past, and you're invited.
It doesn't help get new
Yeah, it's
fans in though.
They don't need to though. They work on that
Yeah.
nostalgia.
That's fair.
Yeah. That's their IP. That's their USP, I suppose.
5 classic boards from the Nintendo 64 era, including Peach's birthday cake and Spaceland. Each board is packed with zany events guaranteed to keep you on your toes. And when we say zany, we mean it. Jump, connect blocks, and give facelifts?
Since when was
And
connecting
hilarious
blocks
over-the-top
zany?
minigames, all of which support button controls. With 100 minigames from the Mario Party series catalog, you'll have a blast in this all-star fun fest. Here's a little party favor. All game modes work with online play. Even if you're partying solo, you can randomly match with other partygoers worldwide. Playing a board game online with friends? Save your progress mid-game, grab a snack.
They had these features in games like 15 years ago.
Available to communicate with others.
You can play online
It's time
and
to
save
party
mid-game
in
and
Mario
play with
Party
other people.
Superstars.
It's like, yeah,
Launching on the Nintendo Switch system October 29th.
it's bizarre that
Pre-order
that's
the
a
game
selling
today
point, you know.
on Nintendo eShop.
In 2021.
In 2021, yeah.
What did
But
you
I
think?
mean, more power to them. At least they've got it now.
Before we show this next trailer, I'd like to say one thing. Currently, we're working hard on the latest
Cool.
game in the Metroid Prime series, Metroid Prime 4.
Let me guess,
which
Metroid
was
remasters.
previously announced. But
It's a new
Kinda
game,
cool.
Vin.
we'd like to introduce another
New game in the
Metroid
Metroid franchise.
Please take a look.
That click was well out. I don't know about you guys.
Yep, same
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
So the whole thing. So it's both hands.
Giggity.
Good. That's what she said. Metroid 5.
The thing is every single one of these is said not actual footage from the game.
Oh, so we don't know what we're getting.
Yeah. They're all cutscenes. They're all CG trailers.
You sure? Are you sure it said
Yeah,
not in game?
it just said not actual gameplay.
Bananas. It's nice to get a side-scroll Metroid again, but I'm pretty sure fans just want Prime 4.
Yeah.
Metroid Dread. It's cool though, good for the fans.
Yeah. Looks good.
Would be fun.
It is kind of funny that we've seen more of this game than we have of Metroid Prime 4, and that was announced 5 years ago. It's kind of depressing, isn't it?
That's all it. It's odd, isn't it? That's an odd.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Does that mean that
Prime
it's
4 has been,
delay,
yeah, I mean,
problems?
Prime 4 has been rebooted and restarted like twice or something now. It's cool though. It's got something.
That was the trailer for the first new 2D Metroid game in roughly 19
That was
years.
definitely 3D, dude,
The
but I'll
brand
let you go.
new
That's
Metroid
fine.
As the name Dread implies, this is a Metroid game with a new feel, showcasing a variety of threats that Samus will encounter.
2D, guys. Look at that 2D
It's
graphics.
scheduled to be
Oof.
released so it
Jesus.
won't be too long until launch. On that same day, we'll also be releasing amiibo figures for Samus and the
I
Emmy.
didn't even
robot
know
scene in the
Amiibo
video.
were still around.
That's
Let's
their
move on
that's
to
their
more
DLC
Nintendo
model, isn't
Switch
it? They just
headlines.
hide it behind figures.
These familiar franchises are
Meow,
back on
Vin.
Nintendo
Meow.
Switch.
I know. Sorry. I want to see stuff, you know.
Get ready
Yeah.
to get down.
And we're just seeing ports and remakes and remasters of old stuff. Like I want to see a new IP, and I don't mean just a new new Mario or a new Zelda, like a new IP, like with that Nintendo magic that they've got.
See, that was what I wanted, like, coming into this, and then I thought about it a little harder, and then I was just like, you know what? No, it's right. We just need a new Mario or a new Zelda, because that's basically the most hope that we have for something that's new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The arcade smash hit Cruisin' Blast is speeding onto Nintendo Switch.
Ports for days.
Blast your way through nearly 30 over-the-top tracks. Up to 4 players can race together, so pick your.
Like, I don't mean to be so down on Nintendo, but like they used to be innovative.
Yes.
And they used to be like the top of the line. Like they'd have the games, but it's been so long since they've really had.
They make good games. It's nothing new.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're
Like
refining what they're doing.
yeah, their games are good, and but
through 4
it's
sides
just
in
the
this
same.
action RPG.
People will complain about other like
Protect the Earth from an invasion by
publishers
Vegeta and
coming out with the same thing over and over and over again. And they complain about that, but there's just something about Nintendo that they're just okay with it.
Majin Buu.
Yeah, they get a free pass.
Showdown with the
Yeah.
most fearsome foe. Along with the main story, you can explore the vast world of Dragon Ball Z. Hey, why not help out the locals? Or collect ingredients for delicious meals. You could always train to acquire new skills, too. There are lots of things to keep you busy. The boss battle episodes, A New Power Awakens Parts 1 and 2 is also included. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, plus A New Power Awakens.
It's interesting that other videos have gone straight in with their big ticket selling video, and
get ready to tee off.
you know, we haven't seen Breath of the Wild straight away.
Golf Super Rush game launches soon. Here's a quick glimpse into each of the modes. Standard golf.
Guess they want to leave everyone excited at the end so that they are more likely to forget about.
Hopefully that's the actual tactic.
I hope that's it. Yeah.
Different types of shots and aim for
They're just gonna blow us away with like an awesome new game at the end. That'd be cool.
Speed golf. Smack your ball, then chase after it.
Smack your balls, Chris.
Get your ball in the hole.
Get it in the hole.
Got it in the hole.
With special dashes and special
That is the
shots.
goal.
Got to beat off the competition before you can get your ball in the hole.
Right.
Battle golf.
Battle
Dig out
golf.
Over 9 flag-marked holes in an obstacle-filled arena.
That could be
Capture
fun.
3 flags to win.
I am like the only thing that interests me about this game is like you can all like hit your balls at the same time. No pun intended there again.
The golfing
But like it's just people running all over the golf course, like trying to like get it to the end of the course, you know.
Free updates are planned for future release.
I mean, it just looks wacky,
Additional
but
courses and playable characters. The fairway's almost open, so set your tee time and get ready to ace those shots in Mario Golf Super Rush, swinging onto the Nintendo Switch system June 25th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. Ready for the ride of a lifetime? Welcome to the vast and vibrant world of Monster Hunter.
they already announced this too.
As a rider
Yeah.
in this RPG adventure, you'll explore diverse landscapes by riding your Monstie, a monster companion.
I've seen lots of videos, adverts for this game.
Then use them
Yeah.
to craft items for your journey.
Come on, Nintendo, new games. I want to see something new,
But
please.
beware of the
Not
many
even.
monsters roaming about. Some are docile, but others may suddenly ambush you.
Because it's almost like, what is this video serving? Because there are two types of people. There are
Overwhelm enemy
people that love
monsters
Nintendo and know everything, and they already know all of
and
this.
rewarded
Yep.
with their materials.
Or there's people like me that might consider buying a game,
Hey, is that an
but they're
egg?
not serving
You might be
me
able to hatch a new Monstie.
with these videos.
Incredibly powerful Monsties
free
can also
advertising.
hatch from rare eggs.
Just seems like it's a lot of money put into something
Join
that
up with friends for co-op
isn't
multiplayer
going to
quests and
get as
battles.
much back.
Buckle up, Ryder. It's going to be a real monster of an adventure.
Or maybe they just know that
Monster
the
Hunter stories
major news
and
outlets
games
are just
of
going to
rare
be
soars onto
Zelda,
Nintendo Switch
so
July 9th.
Yeah, so they don't
Does-
have to put
saving
anything
money.
else.
Free
Yeah.
demo on
Yeah.
June 25th and carry over
they're
your
saving their
save
money
games
because
to
they
home
know
game.
that that's all that's going to get written about if that's the case.
Here's a new game from the head of a certain company.
Wario.
Did you miss me? Hey, what do you mean? Who am I? It's a me, Wario. And it's finally ready. A brand new game from
New game.
company. Check it out. You get to control me.
Okay.
Look at me go. Whack rats. Check out these chumps. They came back and they have
I mean, it's Wario. It's just like, it's basically what Nintendo do internally. They just do a load of indie like dev games, I guess. Like they do game jams, and this is what comes out of them.
Yeah.
Same micro game, different abilities.
It's just a load of micro games. So.
I almost forgot some big news. 2 people can play together at the same time.
That's not a feature.
Yeah, multiplayer is not. Yeah.
All right, you. Yes, you. The one watching this. Better get ready.
It looks like it's a fun game.
It could be
have at
fun.
a party.
Yeah, but it's going to be $60, and I can't justify full price for this.
If that's $60, then I always think, yeah, this should be free.
What
Yeah,
you
the
just
sound
saw
is
was
so
the trailer
behind.
for WarioWare. Get it together. In the latest installment of this series, there are new microgames that let you control.
They've already
Wario
told
and
us
his
this.
friends. There is also
It looks like you have to do everything
They're just
within a
repeating
certain
They're
amount of
literally
time.
repeating themselves, yeah.
Yeah.
It's releasing in the near future, so stay tuned. Next, please take a look at this.
That whole segment was completely pointless. Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Your life is fairly normal.
Their school uniform is weird.
That is not real.
But that reality is upended after you get pulled.
This is made by the same people that do Persona. It's technically set in the same universe, but different story arc, so.
Okay.
I've never played any of these games, though. I'm a huge fan of Persona, but I'm not. I've never really been into Shin Megami Tensei.
Another Tokyo exists. A post-apocalyptic world where angels and demons reside. Suddenly, you fuse with a mysterious
A sexy, mysterious figure.
power to fight demons.
You fuse with him. That's what the kids
Rachel's
are calling
happy.
it nowadays.
Yeah, fusing.
The world is now transformed into a sprawling, demon-infested wasteland. Though friendly demons do exist.
Is this new?
Yeah.
Many are
Okay.
hostile.
Well, it was announced like 5 years ago, but now they're finally showing it. So it's not new, but it's just literally announced when the Switch was announced.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Same conference.
But it's the first time we've seen it.
It looks like they just ported assets from Persona 5.
Which begin when you open
All of
a
the
conversation
monsters are
with them.
shared between all the Shin Megami Tensei games, so like Persona and stuff. But it wouldn't surprise me if like there was some lifted assets from Persona 5 just put into this.
Negotiation is successful,
Which, more power to them, I'm okay with them doing
become
that.
a powerful ally.
If it means you get the game out in 5 years' time.
Yeah,
you know.
I've got nothing against
By
reusing
rejecting
of assets.
a demon's request,
No.
I have
they may feel
people are
motivated
inconsistent
and
about their
join
opinions on it,
as an ally.
so that's what I have a problem with.
Demons that do join will fight alongside you and grow stronger. By fusing demon allies, another demon can be created.
Well, like Persona?
The newly fused demon's innate abilities will vary, granting you a powerful ally, customized to your
Yeah, it's
needs
literally
and
the same as
playstyle.
Persona.
Just different
Challenge
gameplay.
the many
Yeah.
demons roaming this post-apocalyptic world by harnessing the
Doesn't look
power
bad
of
though
your own.
for a Switch game. It looks.
Yeah.
What destiny will you choose? Shin Megami Tensei 5 will launch exclusively on Nintendo Switch November 12th. Pre-orders for the physical version begin June 21st.
Okay.
That was the latest trailer for Shin Megami Tensei 5 from Atlas.
We know.
This is the newest
Just
game
watched
in the
it.
series. Please look forward to future updates. Let's see a few more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Yes, please.
Celebrate 10 years of Danganronpa in despair.
Celebrating something in despair.
Testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system.
Three games in the deadly Danganronpa series are coming to Nintendo Switch.
Parts.
I am this school.
Monokuma, the self-proclaimed school headmaster, has trapped you and other high school students in a game of literal life and death. Unfortunately, the only way out of the school and this lethal game is to betray the other students. And so it
Isn't there a movie like this? Is it called maybe a Battle
When a student
Royale?
meets their demise, a class trial will take place to reveal the culprit.
You're the culprit, aren't you, Mia?
Tanya, I had no idea.
They probably moved the body there.
Use the evidence you've gathered to refute contradictions and find the guilty party.
Sneak attack.
Yeah, this game's been around for years, like so.
So 75% of this so far is
It's been ports and remakes. I mean, it always is with Nintendo, to be fair. Like, at least they're consistent. But, Jesus, show us something new.
Danganronpa S Ultimate Summer Camp. An all-star
so we've only got
cast
like
of
15
characters
minutes left of
from the
this.
Danganronpa
It's
series
like
will come together to
Yeah,
battle
you're
on a
right.
tropical resort.
it's not making me want to buy a Switch Pro that doesn't exist.
The four-game collection
I was really
Danganronpa
expecting the
Decades
Switch Pro to be
launches
this.
as a physical exclusive on Nintendo Switch later this year. All four games will also be individual.
Although it means I can afford a, you know, Xbox or PlayStation now, I suppose.
This is very true.
We hope
Project
you're
Zero.
not afraid of ghosts.
Fatal Frame.
In this horror adventure game, you'll uncover the mysteries surrounding the ethereal but deadly Mount Hikami, believed to be at the center of many disappearances. Ghosts frequent this mountain. Your only defense is a camera that can repel and cast them out.
Is this a new Fatal Frame or is this one already out?
Face your fears
might be
as
a
you
new
explore
one.
a variety of
So is it like Pokemon Snap? Is that...
It kind of is with Ghosts, but I don't think you collect them all like that.
protagonists.
I mean, it's a PS2 game, like the original Fatal Frame.
New
Right.
costumes
It's called
and
Project Zero in the UK. You probably remember
Can
it
you
from that.
investigate Mount Hikami and stay alive. Fatal Frame, Maiden of Black Water.
I'm pretty sure that was
comes to Nintendo
announced
Switch this
before
year.
though. I can't remember.
These games and DLC are
Games
coming
and
soon.
DLC.
Some
So
even
it's just DLC.
Doom.
Yeah.
Doom.
Your war is not over. Raise hell in the first campaign expansion for Doom
This game came out a
Eternal,
year ago.
The Ancient Gods Part 1. Deeper and more challenging combat awaits as you eliminate
One of the
Hell's newest
expansion
threats
packs, though, isn't it?
in demon-infested ruins and rain-swept terrain.
Which I think it's already out on the Xbox and the PS on the PlayStation platforms.
Get slaying
Right.
when this campaign expansion launches on Nintendo Switch later today.
Oh, Tony Hawk's.
Get ramped up for two iconic skateboarding games fully remastered in HD. Skate to era-defining jams as the legendary Tony Hawk and a roster of new and returning pros. Take your sessions on the go with all the original game modes. And compete locally or online to show off your tricks against other skaters. Drop into Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, launching on Nintendo Switch June 25th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. After 4,000 years, Sateki, the Witch Queen, has risen from the dead, and only one group of heroes can stop her. The Strange Brigade. In this thrilling adventure,
this new?
you'll blast through an army of mummified
sure.
monstrosities while solving puzzles in booby-trapped dungeons. Go it alone or team up
The
with
UI doesn't
legendary
look new.
adventurers in local wireless co-op and online play.
I was gonna say something really horrible then, but I'm
Expect
gonna
the
hold off.
unexpected when Strange Brigade launches on Nintendo Switch later today.
If it's
It
a
can't be
shadow
new,
drop,
but-
it tells me that it's already out. You know?
Yeah.
It's already on other platforms, maybe.
Mario and his friends will team up with the rabbits once again to restore order to the galaxy. Our heroes must stop a mysterious new evil from plunging the universe into chaos.
Seen it, mate. Seen it.
Yeah, we have.
Rabbit Rosalina joins them. Wait, is she
The
bored
floppy
already?
lemon.
Explore planets filled with quirky residents and even
I love the way that the different companies, like literally the text that they use to explain the game is so different.
can run freely
Yeah.
around the battlefield, creating new strategic and chaotic possibilities.
Yeah, this is all the exact same footage as well.
With a little help
Yeah.
from your friends.
I was expecting to see more of it.
Who's that?
Yeah, Strange Brigade came out
Well, one thing's certain.
last year
This is gonna be one heck of a galactic
And it's
adventure.
on other platforms.
Just
It's only just coming to Switch now.
Sparks of Hope launches into space
Just a
or
shorter
onto Nintendo Switch next year.
amount than what we saw in the Ubisoft one. Weird.
So, Tactics Advance. Advance World, sorry. Or Tactics Advance, I don't know why I said that.
This looks like the videos that I skip on my phone when I'm waiting for a YouTube video.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, this is a game that should be a mobile game.
Yeah.
And there's a huge
How
fan
much-
base for it, I guess, but, I mean,
How much is this new
it's
on the
probably, it's
Switch?
probably going to be full price, knowing Nintendo.
Thrilling stories, memorable characters, and vibrant gameplay.
Nintendo doesn't have any price drops on anything, do they?
No, rarely.
No.
Like, it made news this week because there was like $10 off from Breath of the Wild, like the first one. So the game came out 6 years ago.
Marching on to Nintendo Switch this holiday. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
How is everything? All right.
Not great,
This
we're
next
honest, dude.
segment will be our last announcement of the day.
Wow.
Please take a look.
Gotta be something, right?
It's gotta be Zelda.
Right.
Yeah.
Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, if it is just an expansion, that would be cherry on top.
They said this was the last one.
Yeah.
It can't be.
It can't. No, it can't be.
No, it just can't be. Like, they're just setting this up. That's all.
Yeah.
What time is it? Yeah, we still got a few minutes.
10 minutes.
We still got 10 minutes.
What is it, 40 minutes it said, or 45?
40.
Oh, was it only 40? Oh, okay.
This might be it.
Interesting. If that is the case.
$20 expansion.
Hello there. I'm AG Allen.
Okay,
now
here we
whenever.
go. Here we go.
The Legend of Zelda series.
This has got to be it.
What you've just seen is a trailer for the first wave of DLC for the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity expansion pass from Koei Tecmo Games. It will follow Link and his allies through more battles that took place 100 years prior to the events of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I hope you'll look forward to it.
This was. I thought this was already announced.
I have a few more things to share with you
Okay.
all today. We'll begin with The Legend of Zelda Skyward
Is your
Sword
audio
HD,
really behind?
which launches
Yeah.
next month.
Hey, look, a
Immerse
port
yourself
from the
in role of
Nintendo
Link
Wii.
by using 2 Joy-Con controllers for
For
intuitive
full
motion
price,
controls,
$60.
or by playing in handheld mode.
And it's
You'll
literally
use
the worst Zelda.
flip
Like, no, I'm not
stick
like being.
button-only controls.
It's not a bad game at all.
This
It's
game
just
depicts
it's
the
not
oldest
the
era
greatest
in the
Zelda.
Legend of
That's
Zelda
all.
series,
It's probably my
the
least
story
favorite
of
one
how
out of
it
them
all
all, and I've
began.
played a good number of them.
Yeah.
I just
What
really
is the
did not
origin
enjoy
of the
Skyward
Master
Sword at
Sword?
all.
Why did a woman named Zelda?
It's a lot of money for a very old game.
Future generations?
It's too much. It's
These
hard
will
to
all be
swallow
unraveled
unless
in
you're
this
like a
game.
hardcore Nintendo fan. But I guess,
Mm.
like Rachel was saying before, like
Hope
it,
you're looking forward
That's
to
who they're selling it
Zelda
to.
that's all that
Skyward
matters.
Sword HD.
Yeah. It's not a new game when you use the same game and just give it a
Next
slightly different story.
Here's a little something you might like. This is a Game & Watch system that lets you play 3 games in the Legend of Zelda series. This year, the original Legend of Zelda game reaches its 35th anniversary. While we don't have any campaigns or other Nintendo Switch games planned, we've been working on this Game & Watch system as a special item to help mark the occasion and reflect fondly on the earliest days of The Legend of Zelda.
What did he say? No campaign?
We haven't been working on any new Nintendo Switch games. Is what he said.
Zelda 2,
No.
The Adventure of Link.
That's
The Game Boy version of The Legend of
that's
Zelda.
what he
And that
said.
yeah, and that this is what they've been working on.
As well as a special
Unless this is a big.
Game & Watch title
Unless this is a.
starring Link as the playable character.
I mean, it's gotta be
If
like
this
a
is a
ha-ha,
joke.
right?
From longer
Like this is what we've been doing with our time.
and play game Vermin.
I've only got 4 minutes left of the frickin' show.
No, it's just they couldn't have just announced the fact that they're not working on a Breath of the Wild sequel, even though they already announced it, just like that.
Yeah, there has to be something. This is either a lead up to a new console because haha we haven't been working on any new Nintendo Switch things, or it's a lead up to.
I mean, this is cool. Like, I like this stuff anyway because I'm into the retro consoles and stuff.
Yeah, this looks good. Yeah.
And wherever you'd like.
But if this is how you end the show, then that's gonna be scary.
All right, here's the last thing we have to show you.
Okay, come on.
This is the sequel to The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Right.
2 years have passed since we first announced this game.
Surprise!
We've been unable to share anything with you in that time. However, development has been steadily progressing. For today, we've prepared some new footage to show a bit more of the game. Please take a look.
At least you got something. I mean, Christ, that was a long 40 minutes
I was
to get
just
to
like,
this.
this can't be it.
Ganon's back, and we play the exact same game. Ganon stole Zelda again?
Zelda.
Shock. It's a battle royale game. Just dropping in. All the other people come in. That literally looks like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
That's because it's Breath of the Wild 2, right? With new mechanics.
He's got like long hair in some shots, and then he looks like Breath of the Wild Link in other shots.
Was that portal thing new?
Yeah, I think so.
Did Ganon take over the castle? Oh no. Couldn't see that coming.
Yeah, it looks like the same map as well, I guess.
Don't get me wrong, it's a good game.
2022. Oh.
I was not expecting that. I thought that was
No.
going to be this year.
So, what did you think?
This
time around,
yeah,
the setting
not
for the
much.
adventure has been expanded to include the skies above Hyrule.
Weren't you in the sky above Hyrule before?
No, not really. But I guess that does make sense, I
There was that
guess.
one flying thing.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the dungeons. The
Stop asking us, because you don't want to know.
That's all for this Nintendo Direct.
that was...
We are diligently continuing.
I don't know,
to
this year's been
comment on a
kinda-
number of other games we didn't show today.
Meh.
I hope you'll continue looking forward to what's in store on Nintendo Switch. Thank you for watching.
Like, I can't even imagine people that are Nintendo fanboys of it being happy with this.
No.
That was pretty rough, man.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to be too negative or anything. But
Yeah.
that was... yeah, so it's just a post.
Underwhelming. Yeah.
It's very underwhelming, I think.
Not seen anything that's grabbed my attention.
Lots of ports, lots of remasters. The only real new thing which I saw was the new footage for the new Breath of the Wild, which they didn't even give a name to, which is astounding. Like, the fact that they haven't even given it a title is sort of nuts.
Yeah. No title, very little in terms of gameplay. Everything we saw looked like to be sort of set piece stuff, like animations that were just playing out.
Yeah, and most of them had a little title under, like, the footage that said this is not actual gameplay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, new Metroid looks okay, but it's kind of weird that they're showing that off before Metroid Prime 4, which they announced 5 years ago. Like, even if it was just like, even if it was a cutscene trailer or something, I think people really want to see that game. But this is cool for the fans, I guess. But yeah, I mean, really, like, kind of lackluster. I'm actually really disappointed. Like, I thought there'd be something more. Like, I thought we were going to get the Switch Pro. I thought we would see a lot more of the new Zelda game. I thought we would see at least one new IP. It's E3, I mean, and that felt like just a random event in the middle of the year sort of thing. It didn't feel like anything special, you know. Yeah. But, you know, I mean, for all I know, like, I probably know, like, the new Breath of the Wild 2 stuff is probably trending on Twitter right now. So, like, what
people
the hell
are
do
going
I
to be
know?
excited about it. So they've done what they needed to do. So I guess that's good on them that they know their customer base, their fan base enough to know that this is what they need to give them, I think.
Well, Chris, are you sold on buying a base Switch at the moment, even though, like, there's no Switch Pro? There's no...
No, I'm not going to buy one. What I might do is I might wait until Breath of the Wild 2 comes out, and then they might do something like a bundle, and I might just do that and get 1 and 2 and not buy anything else, and then I might sell it afterwards at this rate.
Yeah.
Or just get a second-hand one, because I'm not that bothered when 2 comes out, but I'm not that bothered to be in a rush to get one when I had the news today about the Forza going to be 60 FPS at 4K.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to...
I was like, what? Yeah.
Yeah, I
like,
mean...
as a visual spectacle in itself, like, that's where I'm going to spend money on. Like,
yeah, I mean, the Switch just needs an upgrade as well at this point, because I was saying this on Twitter the other day, like, when you're just browsing through the store, like, it really chugs, like, it's not... Like, you can barely get through the store anymore. Like, it's just, like, the cache, the way that it puts the... like everything into memory, it's really slow and clunky. It doesn't really work very well. I was really expecting them to be like, oh yeah, but there's a Switch Pro coming soon.
Yeah,
like,
there's got to be a new console coming because they're behind a generation otherwise.
They're already behind one, so they're behind 2.
They are literally behind
if you like.
2, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But maybe they just weren't ready. Maybe they've got a whole sort of event coming up next month, which is just going to be Switch Pro. They definitely segregated off stuff for the original Switch when that came out, but they included the Switch Lite into a Direct. That's why I was thinking that we were going to see the Switch Pro today.
Something, right.
Maybe it's a whole new console, you know? It's been 5 years. It could be, like, maybe they're making a bigger push for it now or something, but really surprised we didn't see it today. Like, when they said, we're just going to be focusing on games today, I was like, really? They must have something good.
And they lied to us about we're not working on anything, and then they said they are.
World right after,
That's weird.
It could have been a bad translation as well.
It could have been, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you guys would know more about that.
No, we couldn't hear it anyway. Cause it's all in English. That they overdub it. So.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to talk about. If I'm honest, like that was probably that was as disappointed as the Square Enix conference for me.
Yeah.
Like there was some good stuff in there for the fans. Like there's fans of Fatal Frame and Metroid like that are probably like on top of the world right now. But it's such like a compartmentalized niche thing. Like if you're not into these specific new IPs that they showed new stuff for, then you're sort of like, I can buy a load of ports for $60 this year. Woo! You know, like I'm not like I'm sorry to be blunt about it, but like it's kind of where I'm sat right now.
Yeah.
Like I was hoping, like I haven't played my Switch in months, and I was hoping that I'd have a reason to turn it on this year, and it was just, I mean, even the new Zelda game was pushed until next year. So it's kind of surprising.
Yeah, and
that's not what we wanted to hear.
Yeah, it's basically just nostalgia grabbing. Like it's just nothing was a new game. Nothing was new. It's everything's been seen before.
Yeah.
Which I mean, other people do that too, but I mean this just feels more because there's so many ports of old games, and it just feels like that's what they're relying on.
Yeah, a bit too much in that respect, you know, like they were it was just like there's so many ports and remasters, so many. Like I actually lost count at one point. I was trying to keep count of them, and I was like, it's already slipped. There was a lot of them.
I mean, even if there was like a bundle or like a Mario bundle that announced, that'd be something for like people that hadn't had a console. But there was nothing for anyone that hasn't got a console.
Yeah,
I don't think.
No, I think you're right. Like you were saying before, Chris, like the whole like they weren't really bringing anyone new in whatsoever. It was just like, okay, you're already fans, so here's the expansions and re-releases for you, sort of thing. Like, have fun. Everyone else that's on the fence about buying this console, like, we don't care about you right now, which is like makes sense to an extent, especially if they want to push for a Switch Pro at some point or a Switch XL.
Console.
So they're probably going to hold off for that. But it's just so surprising that there was just so little there. Like I really thought they would have something else, but even in Nintendo 64 Mini, like where is that? Like we've had the NES, we've had the SNES. I want the Mini N64. Still haven't had it. Like and they've got the tech and it's cheap enough to do it. It's just they just won't do it for a while.
Imagine that with GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Remastered.
Well, all of it. There's a lot of good games on the N64, so that would have been a good one.
Kart.
But we can't sit here and dwell on stuff that they should have done.
They should have done, yeah. Well, they're not getting my money anytime soon.
Shame. Yeah, and I was really disappointed by that show. But any final thoughts, Chris?
It's just in a sound effect, really. Wah wah.
Fair enough. How about you, Rach?
No, I mean, final thoughts, just it's the same old. It's Nintendo.
Yeah. I'm curious to see the only thing I was curious about was Shin Megami Tensei. That's the only thing, because I am a Persona fan and I've never dived into the other one, so this might be the first one that I actually genuinely look at. But that's me scraping the bottom of the barrel, basically. Like I was kind of disappointed in what we saw about Breath of the Wild 2. I thought we would see a lot more, like at least a title. It's kind of nuts how they didn't even give a logo.
Or even like a beautiful vista or something.
Yeah.
There was nothing there. If you didn't know the IP and it was a different character and you're just looking at that, you'd go, yeah, looks okay. You wouldn't go, oh my god, that looks amazing. Would you? From what we saw.
I mean, it was like Zelda falls into a cavernous pit and like Ganon takes over the castle again. And it's just Link running around the landscape, and it's like, yeah, it's got this cool aspect to it where everything's on a different level, and there's like all these sky cities and like all that sort of stuff, and you've got to use the platforms above you a little bit more. But other than that, like I just did not see anything really that like it felt very much like Breath of the Wild 1, which is a good thing for many fans, but like for me personally, I'm just not.
And if you hadn't played Breath of the Wild 1, like there was nothing on that little bit of trailer that's going to make you think, hey, that looks cool, I'm going to go play 1, and then I'm going to be ready for 2.
Yeah, I didn't think that. I had no desire to go out and buy a regular Switch Pro and buy Zelda and play it off the back of what I'd seen there.
Yeah. But I mean, that brings not only Nintendo to an end, but it also brings E3 to an end.
Yeah.
Very, very bittersweet. Yeah, it was kind of a lackluster sort of set of conference, if you ask me. Like it wasn't the greatest E3 we've ever had, and I thought there was going to be a lot more punches thrown considering there's new generations in. I thought Nintendo would have to fight back a little bit more strategically just to like say, hey, I know like the PlayStation 5's just come out and the Xbox Series X, but hey, we've still got stuff.
Yeah. But because Sony wasn't here, it almost feels like there wasn't as much of a competitive
That's fair.
like drive for any of them, because the two biggest players, I would argue, there was only one of them here, and the other one decided to kind of play it safe or cop out, I guess if you could say.
Yeah.
So there wasn't that tension between the two biggest players. So I feel like no one felt that they needed to come as hard as they would have usually. Yeah. No, that's fair. That's pretty much bang on what I thought, actually. I mean, the only good thing that came out of this is just like out of the whole E3 conference as a whole was that like Game Pass has just added like just a massive chunk of value to it, which is great for people that are interested in Game Pass. But like in terms of stuff that's coming, like Xbox probably won E3, like that's the best way to describe it. But like just
by sheer. I don't
But
know.
only because there was nothing else.
Right.
Yeah, there was no
Amazing.
competition.
They
Yeah.
won by default, unfortunately.
They won by default. Yeah.
Which is a sad way to sort of go, but.
And we were left wanting lots of things. So there's lots of IPs that weren't shown that were the most talked about, I would say.
Yeah.
So, you've got like a Splinter Cell Sam Fisher, people were moaning about that.
No, you were moaning about that, and you infected the internet, Chris, and now
Wow.
everyone hates me.
You specifically.
Just
your
you.
fault.
Just me and you. So you're responsible and you didn't do it. And I started it. Who else? Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Beyond
we didn't
Good and
see
Evil 2,
that.
yeah. There was...
Again, your fault, Vin. So,
yeah. So there's like
Hellblade.
Final Fantasy 16, Hellblade was missing.
Hellblade was missing. Yeah, lots of missing stuff that we didn't see. Tom Cruise didn't turn up. We didn't see any
Goddamn
celebrities. Starfield, we've got no gameplay.
Yeah.
There's
Which
lots
was
of
really
stuff.
surprising. Like, I'd
Yeah.
say.
So I think that for me, the whole conclusion to E3 is a lot was missing.
I just don't think people are ready.
For this jelly.
That's literally that's what it feels like. It just no one was ready.
I mean, I guess we have to give everybody kind of a small pass because of this last year.
That's fine.
I mean,
Yeah.
like everybody, I'm sure productivity for everybody is down because everyone's working from home, and everybody, when you're working from home, like, I know I'm not working as hard as I probably would be normally. So, I mean, I guess we should give everyone a little bit of a small pass for this year's E3 and just be happy that E3 in some capacity, some normal capacity, actually happened this year.
Yes, we have to be thankful for that. The people got together
That is
to
a
do
good point.
something.
I mean, I get like I'm being a downer right now, but that's probably the best positive that we can end on. Really, is just the whole fact that like as lackluster as this E3 was, like Rachel is right, it was at least it's here, And compared to last year was an absolute mess, like of conferences.
Yeah,
just
and it
how
wasn't
was spread
all at
out.
the same time and that kind of thing.
Everyone was like going a month after each other and stuff, which is sort of kind of still happening, but hopefully this sort of coaxes EA and PlayStation to like, you could like come a little bit closer, even if you aren't technically a part of the E3 as a block. Come into June, like just be a part of the conversation. Like I hope next year, like when everyone is, maybe there'll be physical conferences again next year, and if that's the case, then everyone goes in June, and everyone just celebrates video games properly, because it's a shame that EA and PlayStation have sort of stepped out of the E3 bubble in that respect. So I don't know, we'll see. But
we might be blown away next month with Sony. Who knows?
True, very true. Yeah,
and
I'm
it
sure
might
we will
be like, oh, what? It was worth the wait. That was amazing.
Right.
But let's not all put our hopes on that at the same time.
It's good. Yeah, I mean, I can only judge what we've seen so far, not what we could see, because I was expecting a lot from Nintendo today, and we got very, very little. So I don't want to put too many chips in the same basket for Sony either. So remains to be seen, but we will probably be here for that and give some reaction to that as well. But thank you everyone for joining us on this very slightly mild and depressing Nintendo conference. No, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad. It was good for the fans that were into this stuff. But for me personally, I was very disappointed by it.
Yeah.
If you did like this video for whatever reason, please give a like and subscribe, and please hit the bell icon to be notified when our next episodes are going up, because we do put our podcast out every single Monday. So please come and join us and listen to us ramble about video games and any bits of news that sort of come out. But
we should probably do an introduction.
We should, yeah. I mean, obviously this time we were a bit rushed when we came in, but it's all good. We got there eventually. But speaking of introductions, we can do outroductions, I guess.
Outros, yes.
Chris, where can people find you?
So people can find me. I'm working an indie game at the moment, and people can find me on Twitter at Acrylic Pixel, or on YouTube Acrylic Pixel.
Cool. And Rachel, where can people find you?
I am at Raven Sekai Designs on Instagram and Facebook. Yeah.
What do you do?
Oh, I am a knit and crochet garment designer. So this isn't my normal thing. I just,
She's just a backseat gamer, but she does design garments, as she said. So if you have a loved one that's into knitting patterns and crochet patterns, then please give her go and check out her page, and you might find some stuff that you like. But if you did want to find me, you can find me. I am on Twitter at Hillthought Games. I also post up some concept art on ArtStation, so you can find me there at Vin Hill Art. I work at Ubisoft, so there's a lot of that stuff that gets posted onto there, and I've probably got a lot more coming because Extraction's going to be out at the end of this year. So yeah, there'll be plenty to see. Please come and give me a follow, and I'll give you a follow back because I like seeing cool art. But until
and if
next
you ask
time,
nicely, he might play some of it maybe and put that on the internet. Who knows?
Who knows?
It was just a suggestion from me that I sent to Vin, and we'll see what he says.
We'll see. But until then, yeah, thanks for joining us, guys, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.